Hello everybody, and welcome to a special stream. Got something special cooked up for you guys today. As you can see from the title, going to be doing some Crawmerax farming in Borderlands, but with a twist. There's a twist. And yeah, it'll be cool. Basically, to explain what the twist is, I mean, I could just surprise you guys, but you know, I kind of wanna give credit where credit is due. Courtesy of I'm Just Kevin, but he basically made a slightly different variation of Crawmerax's lair that has snow everywhere, and you know, it actually wasn't, you know, for me. Like, he didn't make this map for me or anything. Like, he, you know, basically there was this conversation on the Discord server, and one thing led to another, and yeah, I just so happened to, you know, to snag this map. You guys can too, by the way, if you just go to the Discord server and scroll up in the Borderlands mods kind of section. You guys can also get your hands on this map, but again, courtesy of I'm Just Kevin, he's the one who created it. Again, it's just basically Crawmerax's lair, but with snow, and yeah, we're gonna check it out together. I haven't actually checked it out. I just installed it. Hopefully, I installed it right. I'm hoping there's gonna be no issues. We're gonna see though. We're both gonna find out together. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I just kind of wanted to get that out of the way first thing, you know. Again, I could have surprised you guys with it too. That probably actually would have been cooler. But I don't know. I was super excited about this, and yeah, and also you can tell, you know, on the stream itself, I got a cool little special effect with the snow and everything. It's not perfect. I just kind of cooked it up right before the stream. I was like, oh, what can I do to help? You know, what else can I do to make the stream more Christmassy? And I managed to cook that up, which I'm pretty proud of. Zealous, how you doing, man? And Pie Spies, how are you? How are you guys? Anyway, let's see, which was it this one? There we go. Yeah, you guys also probably didn't know this, most of you anyways. I think you might have been there, Zealous. I can't remember who was there, but I actually did try to stream earlier this week, and yeah, it didn't last long. I think it was about like 20 minutes. Then I had a bunch of technical difficulties, and I wasn't able to get the stream back up again. I figured out the issue, by the way. Some sort of weird YouTube authentication bullshit. I don't know. But yeah. So that stream was kind of a dud. A lot of you were probably, at least those of you who did watch, who did come in, were probably really confused. I should have actually communicated more to you guys, like in the chat, like what was going on. I did post on Twitter afterwards, but I don't know if any of you guys saw that. But yeah, if you do want to get status updates on my streams, for the most part, like if I have some weird shit going on, follow me on Twitter. Like, that's a good place, because I typically like to tweet about that sort of stuff. But I'll start, you know, I'll try to start, you know, letting you guys know, like, in the chat as well. I just, for some reason, I didn't think of that last time, because I was just scrambling to try to figure things out, try to get the stream back up. It really sucked too, because I was really excited about that stream, but it kind of fell apart. And then when I did fix the issue, I just didn't really feel like streaming anymore at that point. It was just I was just so annoyed. So yeah, hopefully this will also kind of make up for that. Again, I'm sorry to those of you who did watch, and we're hoping to catch a stream from me that wasn't just 20 minutes. I'm also hoping to talk more about the Game Awards, because that was kind of the goal last time too. Just some of the games I'm excited about, like Armored Core 6. You know, I want to be able to talk more about that as well this stream. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into Borderlands. Go check out this map. Let's see. We are gonna leave the music going on in the background, at least for now, I think. Let's see here. How are you guys doing, though? Thank you guys, for those of you who are watching, for showing up. Wanting to check this shit out. I just really wanted to do some sort of cool Christmassy... Oh shit, oh no. Oh god, did Borderlands... No? What the fuck is going on? Did it... Yeah, it reset on the resolution. What the hell? I hate when it does that, man. There we go. Oh wait, or did I ever... Wait a minute, maybe... No, it never did reset, because I never actually played... I haven't even played this game yet since I got my new monitor. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright. Oh shit. Oh shit. Why is my streaming software lagging so much? It looks fine on your guys' end, but on my end, things are lagging like hell. Maybe I shouldn't run it at such a high resolution. Maybe that's See, I'm not familiar with streaming at such a high resolution, so I don't know the ins and outs. Maybe we'll just go back. Like, what if we just do that? Will that be okay? Okay, that's better, I think. Why is it so... I mean, I don't think you guys are really seeing it on your end, but on my end, on my streaming software, it is fucking chugging along for some reason. I wonder why. How is it on your guys' end, by the way? Is it okay? It looks fine. It's bugging. Oh boy. Hold on. Let me see something here. Okay, now it's fine. Now that I go out of the game. I wonder why that is. Like I said, I've never streamed. I haven't really streamed with this new monitor except on Splunky. And I was also noticing weird shit with Splunky, but that game at least was mostly fine. But Borderlands is being weird. Yeah, maybe I think we'll just try to deal with it for now. I'll try to fix it later, because I really don't want to have to like spend a lot of time, you know, doing this today. It's okay like this, guys, for now. Wait a minute. Is it running better all of a sudden? I think it is, at least on my end. Oh well, it might not be very smooth. There might be some weird hiccups, but I think we're just gonna deal. As long as it's watchable, we're fine. For now, I'll try to look more into this problem later, though. We'll just do more siren farming. on this. I'm really also hoping this map's gonna work, by the way. I haven't tested it yet. I hope I installed it right. It's not like some of the other custom maps. I just like basically replaced the Crawmerax's layer map with it. In the vanilla game, it's, you know, you don't go through Oasis or anything, I don't think, so. We're gonna hope that it's not gonna crash or something. What's your opinion of the Scarlet DLC for what? Scarlet DLC? What are you talking about, Zealous? When you say Scarlet DLC, for some reason I think of like Scarlet Rot or something from Elden Ring. Moment when I've played too much of that game, Jesus. Also, hopefully the music in the background is fine volume-wise. I might not have music the entire time, I just wanted to for a little bit. I know it's also not like very Christmassy. I was trying to look into oh god, man, what is with this shit? What is with this? Why is it doing this? It's just, it's not really running like garbage right now for some reason. Also, let me turn off the music volume in the game, there we go, so don't overlap, you know, with my music going in the background. The fuck? What if I just bring it back to the original, the resolution that I had on my old monitor? Will that be better? It'll look like shit. You know what it might be? I mean, that seems to be better, at least for now. Just realized I still have that FPS cap or the FPS thing in the corner. Oh well. I am having trouble. I just got a new monitor, 4K monitor, and this is my second stream with it. The first time streaming Borderlands with it, and I don't know, I'm having some weird problems. It seems to be okay, at least on this resolution. It's still a little weird, not perfect, but it's better. So I think we'll just stick with this for now. I wonder if it's because I changed my refresh rate back to 60 Hz on this monitor from what it was before. This monitor supports like really a high refresh rate, and I brought it back to 60 Hz just because, you know, my PC really can't handle such high refresh rates on certain games, so I brought it back down, or at least high frame rates. So I just brought the refresh rate down. I wonder if that's the issue. I don't know. It's weird though. It shouldn't be. I'll have to look more into it. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Not the only person having this problem? Really? Like, who else is having this problem? Ah, shit. Hold on a second. The Pirates Booty DLC? Oh yeah, I forgot about Forgot about that one. Forgot the name of it anyway, other than the pirate's booty part. What did I think of that DLC? Well, yeah, I liked it. I actually really like the whole pirate theme on it. It's not like, oh fuck me. It's not like the best DLC or anything, but it's definitely it's pretty fun. I like Hyperius. And just the overall like atmosphere of it. The DLC. The enemy types. Even if, you know, a lot of them are just reskinned bandits and shit, but you know, I just think the whole pirate setting is really cool. I like it a lot. Oh, whoops. All right, here's the moment of truth, guys. Let's see if this map actually works. Again, this is the first time that I'm actually testing this out. Please don't crash. Oh, oh hell yeah. Yep, I can already tell it's working. Nice. Let's see, what am I even using here for this? I think we'll just stick with the, just for now anyway. I might mix it up a little bit later, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the old Skull Masher for this. Where is the Skull Masher anyway? There it is. Right. And I know that I asked this question in the last stream, but since that stream was a dud, and you know, not really anybody hardly watched, besides I think a couple people. What are your guys' most anticipated games that are coming out? Or like, yeah, what are the games you're most looking forward to next year, that come out next year? For me, one of them at least is Armored Core 6. So excited about that, man. As soon as I saw they're making a new Armored Core game, I was like, holy shit, man. I want to make this clear. I'm not like a, you know, I actually am an Armored Core fan. Like, I've actually played some of those older games before I even started playing like the Souls games, you know. I'm not like someone who's just jumping on the Armored Core train, you know, who's never played or heard of them before. Which is fine, you know, it's fine if that's the case, but it's just really been peeving me just seeing the, you know, some of those people that, you know, that expect the new Armored Core game to be like a Souls game, which thank God they actually denied that it's going to be like a Souls-like. Because, man, I was worried about that. I was worried that they were going to turn it into some sort of Souls-like, which, you know, I don't mind it having some certain elements from the Souls series, but, like, I don't want them to, like, yeah, to change the, you know, the core gameplay of Armored Core, you know. Let's see. Anyway, what was I doing here? We may as well activate one of the vials. Should I use the... I don't really have a lot of grenades that I mean, yeah, we're just gonna stick with the myriad. I think the myriad grenades. I need to get more pearlescent grenade mods on this character from the arsenal. And since it's Christmas, we're also going to equip the Procyon. Since it's a Christmassy stream, the more loot the better, you know? Let's see. Alright, I think we're good. Also, I think I'm just Kevin also said that it just, yep, just teleports you up here. Look at this. Look at this. Nice. This is perfect, man. I'm so glad I had this idea. Nice. Oh, fuck. Fuck you guys, man. I'm just Kevin. Once again, dude, I don't know if you're gonna watch this, but yeah, thanks for letting me use this map. Oh, fuck. And once again, if you guys want to use this map, you guys can. It's just on the Discord server. Just scroll up in the Borderlands mods chat. It's not too far up, at least as of right now. And you'll find the file. Oh god, this isn't really going too well, is it? Right now. That's all right. I'm kind of too busy talking. Geo guys, how you doing, man? And Jonathan, good to see you guys. Potentially Path of Exile 2, it might or might not come out next year, or Armored Core also. Oh, you're also excited for Armored Core? Nice, dude. Path of Exile 2, I didn't even know that was a thing. Shit. I really like this version of this map. I kind of wish this map was default, like, snowy like this. It's really cool. Oh, fuck you guys. I think I normally actually have the Godspeed for this, but I want to have the Procyon, goddammit. I want the extra loot. Even if it'll crash our game sooner. That's okay. It's worth it. I also forgot to buy more grenade mods for myriads, or grenades, excuse me. What else am I excited for that is coming out? There's Death Stranding 2, that looks awesome. I still need to play the first one. That new Bayonetta spin-off type prequel game looks really interesting. Speaking of Bayonetta, I actually just barely finished over the weekend, or just earlier this week I finished the first Bayonetta game. Finally. Mentioned that on Twitter as well. And I absolutely loved it. I fucking loved it, man. I knew I would. I'm just a big fan of those kind of games anyway. I'm a big Platinum Games fan, actually. But yeah, I'm excited to dive into the second Bayonetta game. And then eventually the third, and then probably this new spin-off prequel game. Bayonetta Origins, or whatever it's called. Oh god. Which looks really interesting. I'm still kind of deciding what I think about it, but I'm definitely gonna check it out. It's just different, you know, it's not what you'd expect out of Bayonetta, I guess. But I guess that's, you know, part of the whole idea. Oh, shit. Gives some personality, otherwise, I think the original. Yeah, I agree. Especially, like, at this point where I've just done this so many times, like, it's nice to have a little bit of extra flair, you know what I mean? I might even use this map for a while, just, you know, outside of this whole Christmas stream. Just because I think it's cool, you know? Maybe at least just for the rest of winter, you know, and then I'll just go back to the normal map. I don't know, we'll see. But then that won't make this feel as special, you know what I mean? Because that's part of the whole idea, is that this stream is like a special Christmassy type stream. Oh, fuck. Like a one-off type thing, you know? I don't know, we'll see. What do you guys think? You guys think I should keep it like this? Oh, fuck! No! Of course it's the Crawmerax. It's always the Crawmerax. Seems like. There it is. Oh shit. This map might actually crash sooner. Not only from the Procyon, but from the, you know, added like effects in this map. I feel like it yeah, that might also kind of affect things, but we'll see. Since there's like a lot of, you know, extra things going on, you got like the snow and everything. How's the stream running, by the way, guys? I know for me, like it's running at, it's like barely running at 60 FPS for some reason. It's just, again, something's going on. Like, I don't know. It's obviously the monitor. Like, I just got to figure out like exactly what the issue is. But probably just need to mess around with some more settings on my PC or my streaming software or something. But like I said, I'm not used to having such a powerful monitor. Like, I'm used to my dingy old lower resolution TV that was out here. It was actually a TV. So I was using before. Borderlands 1 deserves more attention from the wider modding scene. I kind of wish the game came out later in a way to make it more visible, make it easier to mod. The stream looks good. Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. You know, thankfully the modding scene is still somewhat alive. You know, TCD. And Sleep and Yeti and Oogie and you know, there's probably other people that I'm not listing, but yeah, they're all keeping things alive. I think they're actually like the main people that are actually keeping this modding scene alive. Otherwise, it would probably be mostly dead at this point. Which is, again, it's just, it's a shame though. You know, it's like I wish there were more people that were still modding this game and adding stuff. But unfortunately, Borderlands 1 just doesn't have as much, you know, attention as the other games in the series, you know. So I just don't ever see that happening. I mean, the remaster, or the demaster, as I like to call it, was, you know, that brought a little bit of life back into this game, but outside of that, I think it's been, just trying to see from afar here if there's anything else. I don't really see much in this pile. At first glance, anyway. Also, another thing. I like how it just teleports you. Just, you know, there's no elevator rides. That's another thing. I might also keep it around for that reason too. I wonder if I can ask, I'm just Kevin, if he could just make like a normal version of Crawmerax's lair that has that teleporting feature. You don't have to wait on the elevator, because that would also just be nice. because I like that alone is just really fucking handy, especially if for someone like me who's just farms the hell out of Crawmerax, you know, to the point where it's like, okay, you know, the elevator ride is a little annoying, you know. Well, it's more than a little annoying, it's very annoying. I mean, it's kind of always been that way, but especially at this point, it's just like, God, just get me back up there, you know? Don't have the patience. Honestly, I wonder if, you know, the fact that my FPS is so choppy, you know, with this monitor. Oh fucking hell! Jesus Christ. At least while I'm streaming is because my PC just can't handle it. I don't know. That could be also another reason, you know, maybe it's not something that I'm doing wrong, or... But then again, it's like, it's weird because it should be able to handle, like, it should be able to handle this game, at least, you know what I mean? Fuck. Like, I don't see why it's being weird. It was also being weird with Spelunky, so I don't see... But maybe I'm, like... you know, underestimating the problem. I don't know. I gotta do a little bit more research on it, you know, just see what's going on. The heroes we don't deserve, but they're here for us anyway. Exactly. Exactly. I remember years back when trying out all the modded maps available, I felt sad seeing all the possibilities and original ideas just being forgotten. I know! That's another thing too. There's so many maps that just never got finished, you know? I remember also being sad about that too. Like, there was some really cool shit in there, man. And yeah, I was just so disappointed that, you know, they weren't finished. Like, what's an example? Like, the Abandoned Badlands actually is an example. Even though that map is, you know, you could say it's finished in a way, but there's still, like, there was still so much more planned for that map, and you can tell, you know what I mean? Like, I remember just going around and like, you know, examining every little kind of aspect of the map, and, you know, because there were certain things, certain weird things that just didn't add up, and the reason I think they didn't add up is because they weren't finished, you know what I mean? But I was like, part of me was like hoping that I could like somehow, you know, find something that like, you know, in the map that that would actually, you know, continue what I was like looking for, you know what I mean? Like, which usually was like some sort of like quest line of sorts, you know, because there's so many characters in the map that seem like they have like these quests that you can do, and, you know, but they don't. At least from what I remember. It's been a while since I've actually done that map, but that was one of the things that I remember. You want mods on console? Ah, if only, man. If only. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Because the mods for this game really just... What is going on with Crawmerax? Oh, seriously, man? Guess that's what I get for just hanging around too long in an area. You really just can't do that on this map. Unless you take out more of the minions. It's never wise to stay in one spot on this map. Come on. Just got one more spot left here. There it is. Yeah, I would love nothing more than to have mods on console as well. Like, imagine being able to play with TC's Arsenal or something on the console, on consoles. And, like, you know, Sleep Master's Iridian Overhaul, and even just custom maps and everything, you know. The mods really do add a lot of content to this game. And people who play on PC and who don't use mods, I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you guys are you're missing out, you know. You know, like mods like TC's Arsenal and Sleep Master's Iridian Overhaul just add so much to the game, like, you know, and there's not even any like new maps or anything like that, you know what I mean? It's just all weapons and items, but it adds so much content, like, and keeps things fresh for a while. Even in the same old maps that you've been going through, you know what I mean? Like, it's just... crazy just how much those two mods, or even just one of them by themselves, like, you know, adds so much to the game. I feel like I've talked about that before, actually. I think this is the first time I've talked about this, but alright, I'm not really seeing a lot. It's actually kind of harder to see the weapons, you know, with the snow on the ground, in my opinion. Depends if you're upscaling the game and other things. What kind of GPU you own, most likely? If I'm upscaling the game. I mean, my rig is decent, you know. This computer's about 5 years old now, but it still holds up really well. I mean, it should at least run this game fine, and stream this game fine. But again, I just don't really know. I don't know what the issue is exactly. It has to do with that, if it has to do with just me needing to tinker around more with some of the streaming settings, I have no idea. But maybe it is. Maybe it's just my PC at this point. Jesus, I'm getting gangbanged right now. I remember, let's see, there were 2 or 3 maps that hit me, and the main one I remember was supposed to be a vast manufactured DLC of sort. And which one is that? Which one are you talking about? I don't remember that. Oh, fuck. Was that a map that actually, like, is that a map that came out, or was it just, like, an idea that never really saw the light of day? because I don't really remember that. And I think I've played like a lot of the custom maps for this game. I mean, there's some I still haven't checked out. Some I probably don't even know exist, but I've done quite a bit, actually. Not sure why I wasn't throwing out myriads before. Maybe I just didn't have the grenades, I don't know. Ah. Just moving too much. Playing Deep Rock Galactic while watching is hard. I really want to check that game out. That's actually a game I've been wanting to check out for a while. Deep Rock Galactic looks pretty fun. Ah, you shithead. I'm doing awful as far as like getting my shots. On Crawmerax. There's weak points. Ah, no, wrong weapons! Fuck you guys! Ah! Oh, that was so clutch. Too clutch. No, no, I hate when that happens. Picking up random shit. Come on. Boo. There we go. Oh wait, I should be careful because that other loot pile's over there. Oh god, oh god, oh god. No! No! Why did I just dive into that? Thomas! Alright. Yes! There we go. I think we just barely avoided the loot pile. Oof, it's starting to really... Every time you kill him, it's just... kind of get freaked out a little bit because it, you know, freezes for a second. Save your... Rocks. Still looking for that tsunami, by the way. That would be the ultimate Christmas gift if I can find a tsunami. That would be like the best possible thing for me right now. Oh, there's actually a couple other things that would be even better than that, like, I don't know, Nemesis Reaper, but, you know, or, excuse me, Nemesis Reaper. Imagine if that was a thing. Nemesis Invader. Excuse me. Oh, if there was a Nemesis Reaper somehow, that would be, like, by far the rarest thing in the game. Like, even more rare than the Nemesis Invader, probably, I don't know. Just because you're mixing like two extremely rare weapons together, like, yeah. Obviously that combo wouldn't really work because the Nemesis and the Reaper are like two different types of pistols. One's a machine pistol and one's a repeater pistol, so it wouldn't work, but that would be interesting if that was a combo. Village Idiot. No pearls yet. No, unfortunately. It would be cool to at least get one pearl today in this stream. Be very fitting, you know. But I don't know. We'll just see what happens. So far, really not having the best luck. Shit, this might crash. I might... Well, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going until it crashes, and then we'll just go back in. I just want to see, like, you know, the limit. Because if I don't know the limit, then it's like, how can I actually avoid it, you know, if I don't actually know when the game's gonna crash, how much the game can take. I get the feeling it's gonna be soon, though. Oh, I hate it when they do that, man. I hate when they go undergrounds. I'm fucked. You died. Shit, Vice Spies. Well, I hate to distract you too much from your game. I know that's like. I've done a lot of streaming playing a game while watching a stream before. You know, it really depends, I guess, on what I'm doing in the game, but yeah, like I can't really do it with certain things, certain games. Just if the game requires a lot of attention from me, it's just like it's damn near impossible, especially given my ADD, ADHD, whatever. I guess they're both kind of under the same umbrella now. Oh shit. I would have found it, but it seems like the gearbox forms have died. Well, there actually was, or there is people who have been like there's a certain guy that's been, you know, keeping all of the custom content in one big collection, and if it's actually a map that came out, then it would be in that collection, most likely. I haven't actually kept up to date with that collection. I do have like an old version of it, but yeah, if you're looking for any sort of like maps, pretty much any like sort of custom content available for this game, like that's a good place to go, because I think it's still being updated to this day. I don't know how current it is, but I'm sure, like last I heard, it was being updated, and that was like not too long ago, I think. So it's a good place to go for anything and everything custom content related for this game. No! No. Myriad, save me. Oh! That guy! Got launched. God, can I just remember the hotkeys for once? Oh! Oh! Yeah, I gotta be careful. One mistake I tend to make is spawning myriads and then, you know, going down, and then all the minions are just swarming my myriads on the other side of the arena. So that's something I gotta be wary of here, because if I go down, there's a, you know, there is a chance that I might not be able to get back up just because all the enemies on the other side of the fucking arena. So that is like the one downside of the myriads. Like the one downside in this situation is that they take, you know, sometimes they draw too much attention. Ah! Oh yeah. Dead Rising needs to come back, I agree. Nosferatu, how you doing, man? Oh, no, wait. Okay, no, that's a good spot. That's a good spot. We're good. Damn, I didn't expect to just fucking take him out right there. Pretty well aimed shots. Unintentionally well aimed. I think most of my shots are just unintentional, like, you know, I'm not really aiming all that well. I'm just kind of doing a lot of, you know, spamming. A lot of spam shots. Hoping things hit, you know, like throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping it sticks. All right, a lot of money, a lot of bobbleheads. Jesus. Actually, never really realized how many bobbleheads we get here with the Procyon. Quite a few. Yeah, I feel like the loot is overall just hard to see. Maybe it's just me though. With this, you'd think it would be easier to like spot with the white, but I feel like it kind of blinds me a little bit more. Like, it just makes the loot raise a little bit harder to actually, like, you know, visibly see with the white backdrop. Which again, you'd think wouldn't be like that, but that's kind of the case here, seems like. Especially with all these like rocks and shit, you know, just. Which was a kind of a problem with the original map too, but it seems like it's enhanced here. Alright, well, Steel Anarchy. Boo. It might crash when we go back in. Let's find out. Metal Gear Rising needs to come back. Yes. I agree. Something I still need to play through, but you know, I've definitely seen a lot on Metal Gear Rising, and I can agree with that. This, you know, again, as I said earlier in the stream, I just love Platinum games and their shit. Normally, you know, there's a few things that they've released that are, like, I think even not that long ago, I think it was their last game before Bayonetta 3, like, I heard was pretty meh. I don't remember exactly what it was called. If you guys remember, you can tell me. I just remember hearing it was a flop or something, or wasn't very good. Another one of their games I also want to check out is it Astral Chain? Is that what it's called? Astral Chain? God, I am just sucking it up, aren't I? Ugh. It's been awful. Yeah, Astral Chain, I believe is what it's called on the Switch. I hate what Capcom did to Frank West. Oh, I know. I hate what they did to the series. Like, Dead Rising 1 and 2 are just the best. And Dead Rising 2 Off the Record is also great. But after that, the series definitely went downhill. I somewhat enjoyed 3. I did play through 3. But it definitely was like a step down, for sure. Like, it was pretty fun for a while, you know, like messing around with all the crazy new shit that you could do, but it just was like, it got so like tiresome eventually, you know what I mean? And like, I don't know, the story and the characters and everything was also just, the open world was kind of cool, but, and the whole cars, you know, the fact that you can like have like vehicles and stuff, which I think was something that was in Dead Rising 2, but it just wasn't, you know, it was like a very minor feature. I don't think it was anything too crazy. Oh shit. Like, there was aspects I did like about Dead Rising 3, but there was also a lot I didn't really care for. And I didn't even bother checking out Dead Rising 4. The shit show that was that game. I saw the reviews, saw the videos on it. It just... ugh. Completely butchered the series at that point. Oh! There he is doing the little jump. Ah! Stay still, you little bitch. Please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash. Little micro stutters, little stutters there kind of disconcert me every time. Metal Gear Survive. What about Metal Gear Survive? I feel like my luck is not very good. Loot drops wise. Maybe I'm, you know, missing some stuff. But I don't know. I'm not really like on the prowl for like purples or anything like that. Mainly on the prowl for pearls today. Or like legendaries or something, I guess. Depends on the legendary, but mainly pearl. That's what I want the most right now. So if I'm kind of skipping over a bunch of stuff, it's because I'm not really looking for those, you know, like for those types of things. All right, well, let's go. I've been playing Dead Rising since I was a kid, too. I'd like to revisit 1 and 2. I've never actually finished those games. I've played them a lot, you know, when I was younger. I mean, I've revisited them a couple times since then, but I've never actually like gone all the way through those games. I've gotten close, but I never fully finished them. I think it was that time limit that just, as a kid, I really struggled to I think I spent more time like dicking around and stuff, which is something I really liked about the Off the Record DLC / spin-off. Oh, there's the crash for Dead Rising 2. Was that, you know, it had like a mode that you could like basically do just that, just dick around and without worrying about a time limit, you know. Which I know the time limit was part of the appeal for Dead Rising, but it, you know, it was kind of nice to have that other option, just, you know, if you want to fuck around and stuff. That's pretty fun. And as a kid especially, I like to do that. I should stream Sonic 06. Oh shit. Sonic 06, huh? Is that even on PC at all? I don't think it is. That would require me to like either emulate it somehow, or, you know, have to set up my Xbox 360 or something and play it through a capture card, which that's not worth it for me for that game. But why do you suggest that to buy spies? What's the reasoning? Just for lulz? Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream, by the way. Yeah. The little Christmas themed Borderlands stream so far. Now I've had a couple of hiccups, like technical hiccups, but yeah, hopefully you all are enjoying yourselves. And thank you guys for watching, by the way. Those of you who are sticking around too. Come on, load. There we go. Just lazy, but we'll get out the Godspeed. It's not that hard. Funny watching. I'm watching while playing Borderlands 2. Nice. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. I know it's nothing crazy, you know. But it's pretty much just like a normal Crawmerax farming stream with like with some snow. The addition of snow on Crawmerax's map. But still, I think it's a little you know, little goes a long way for me. Especially on this game, you know, just little stuff like that really makes things more interesting for me. Maybe I'll actually wrap this off with an armory run too. That might be kind of fun. Pretend like all the chests are like presents, you know. I want someone to mod that, like make the chests like turn them into like presents or something somehow, or chests that are like kind of wrapped or like have little like bows on them. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Have some like Christmas like trees and ornaments and stuff like everywhere, like scattered around the map. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see. May as well pop this again. Let's have that for fun. You never know what I'm gonna get with that. All right. Getting your Salvador to OP10. Oh, I wish you luck, Geogeist. Wish you luck, man. That is, at least in my opinion, that's a pretty painful process. So I wish you luck, man. I really do. In my opinion, it's just not fun grinding the overpower levels. It is really just, you know, having to grind at all, like as far as like, you know, leveling up and in general, whether it's just like regular leveling or going through the overpower levels, it's just annoying as fuck. Not as bad the first time around, but if you have to do it again, it's, at least I find it annoying. I don't know who really like thinks that's, you know, really that fun. Especially in that case where, you know, it's a painful, slow process, you know. I mean, I think there is like new ways of actually leveling up, like XP wise. I think I remember seeing Jolt's dude, you know, he has some sort of new XP farm method now. There's probably better ways of leveling up nowadays in the game, but still, I feel like even if with like the fastest method, like I still think it's probably annoying to have to do. You know, I don't see anybody can enjoy that, but I mean, there's ways to make it more enjoyable, but like for me, I wouldn't even have been able to get through some of those grinds without music. Like that at least made it, I wouldn't even say enjoyable, but tolerable, I guess is the better word for it. That's why I don't understand when people like ask for new like level cap increases. Like it kind of makes sense for the fact, you know, just with the fact that you get more skill points, but like the process of leveling up is just like when you have to at least grind for it. Like if you know, if you level up by playing the game normally, then that's, I guess, a different story. But when you know, you have to grind for it, it's, especially when the game has like, makes it extremely painful, then yeah, different story. That's why I've always been like, you know, like I've always had the mindset like if you're gonna have a level cap increase, like at least, you know, just do it like once. Oh fuck, we're not gonna make it. Damn it! Got a little distracted there. Just have like one level cap increase, you know, or maybe two, maybe just, I guess it depends on like how many like levels they're gonna actually add. But yeah, I've just never seen like the mass appeal for level cap increases other than, I guess, the skill points. Unless they make it actually fun to like to level up. But I feel like typically that's not always the case. Like Borderlands 1 actually has a perfect level cap because, you know, you can actually do like a lot of content just through like just by playing the game, basically, you know, like to get to max level. Like you don't have to do anything, I guess, unless you want to, unless you decide to skip some of the, you know, like some of the quests or something. Then you might have to do a little bit of grinding, but like if you decide to do a lot of the quests and stuff, like you're probably going to be max level by the end of it, you know what I mean? Or very close. And I don't mind a little bit of a grind, you know, but I hate when it's like a very big grind. And a very unnecessary one, like, oh god, like when they added that new level cap increase, to Borderlands 2, like however many years later with that, what was the DLC called? That came out for the launch of Borderlands 3. Commander Lilith, the Commander Lilith one. When they did that, like that was fucking like, why? I that was like awful. The grind for that was terrible. You guys probably remember when I actually streamed that, some of that grind, because it just got so fucking tedious, man. Especially doing it that like that late, you know, however many years after Borderlands 2 actually came out, adding a new level cap and everything to the game. And adding more overpower levels to also get through was just like, what the fuck were they thinking, man? I don't even know. It's a bad idea all around. Oh my god, that guy just fucking flew. Oh shit. Alright, I really need to focus. Kind of just not focused right now on the fight. Like, do any of you guys, you know, enjoy the grinds? When there's like the grinds to max level? Or is it just me that just hates it? Because I feel like I can't be alone in that regard. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I'd much rather grind for, like, anything else. Like, I'd rather grind for, like, a really rare fucking legendary or something, or any of this game's hybrids. Hell, I'd rather grind for the Dove Hornet than grind for that shit. It's just so boring. Because at least, like, with the Dove Hornet, there's just, like, I don't know, there's a little bit of excitement involved, like, thinking, like, oh, man, you might actually get this really extremely rare weapon, you know. You can kind of latch on to that. Whereas, like, grinding for levels is just not as nearly as exciting, you know what I mean? Like, it just not nearly as exciting. And that's just me, though. And I feel like I can't be the only one who thinks that. The XP glitch. I wonder what the new XP glitch is for Borderlands 2 that Jolts did. I'll have to watch that video, because if it really speeds up that process, that would be so nice. I mean, it won't change the fact that you still have to grind, and it, you know, I'm sure it's still somewhat of a grind, even if it's a short one. But, I don't know, maybe it's also just because I've lost my patience over the years as well. Like, I don't have as much patience for that stuff. Don't have as much time either. Like, you know what I mean? I used to have more time, but even when I did have more time, it never was like, I was never looking forward to it. I feel like Borderlands 1 is the only Borderlands game that, you know, I guess maybe Borderlands 3 doesn't have as much of a grind, though, for levels. I don't know. Maybe it does. But when I played it, like, you'd level up fairly quickly, actually, you know, just by doing the content. Like, but just by playing the game, you could level up pretty quickly. Like, what is the level cap in Borderlands 2? Like, if you have all the DLC, like, what is it? Do you guys remember? I don't. It's been a minute, but isn't it like 80 levels or something? Or is that just with the if you count like OP10? Because it's whatever the level cap is, and then it's you know you have to also count the overpower levels and getting through that. Was it 80? Oh my god. 80. That is just, that's awful. Now I wonder at this point what level you would be if you just played through the game and you did all the content on all 3 playthroughs I wonder what level you would be. But I doubt it's like I'm sure you'd still have to grind. But maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. God, the loot drops are disappointing me, guys. I wonder if the loot pool is the same in this map, actually. It's just like the OG Crawmerax's lair. Maybe I'm just like having bad luck, I don't know, but regardless, it's shit right now. Yeah, I know Geogeist, but it's still like, you know, I'd still kind of count that in a sense. Like, not, I mean, you don't necessarily have to do the overpower levels. I mean, I only did the overpower levels, like actually got all the way to over, was it 10? 10 is the cap, right? OP 10. So I got to OP 10 on only one of my characters because I was not going to do, you know, level up my characters level 80 and then do that grind on all the characters. I just was not. Oh wait, I didn't even leave. Whoops. I know, like, I know it's not really the same as leveling up, but it's still kind of like its own little progression system, I guess, in a way. And I sort of count that. At least for me, you know what I mean? But even if you don't count that, it's still excessive. The amount of levels there are in the game. Like, yeah, it's great and all to have more skill points, it is, but, you know, I've always thought, like, how there's other ways to get skill points. Like in Borderlands 1, you know, there's the skill, what are they fucking called? The skill SDUs, the skill point SDUs? They could have done something like that, you know? They could have made it, you know, acquiring those skill points like a different way. Oh, fuck. But also just make it overall more interesting as well, you know what I mean? Oh, hell. Son of a bitch. Ah! I'm really fucking dying quickly, aren't I? Like, I feel like that fight for your life timer is... Yeah, it's rather short. Maybe I'm just going down more than I think I am. I mean, I feel like I am going down quite a bit. Yes, there we go. Alright, this time I'm actually gonna fucking focus on this fight. I've been kind of like half-assed, you know, as far as my, you know, focus is concerned anyway. So we're gonna actually try to focus on the fight a little bit more this time. Jesus Christ! Okay, calm down, Crawmerax. Because there's a aerialist. What is he doing right now? Another problem with the myriads is that sometimes, you know, while it's nice that he's distracted, can be a little bit annoying because his movements are like more erratic, I feel like. Especially when there's an aerialist, it kind of makes him wig out quite a bit. Start to just do some weird shit like how he lunges, or sometimes he'll like spin. Like, look at that. Like, what the fuck? What is he doing right now? Oh shit. Okay, ooh, that was close. I was almost into this pile. Narrowly avoided that. Yeah, exactly. Too many levels also means no builds. Like, you kind of just have all the skills at that point, you know? And that's no fun. That's no fun. I don't want to eventually have all the skills. Because at that point you just... Yeah, like, it's just like... I mean, you could have different items and stuff, but... Yeah, to change things up. But, like, as far as, like, your skills, like, you just... It's all kind of under one build. Because you have all the skills. And I'm not sure, like, if... I can't remember. I don't think Borderlands 2 gets you, like, all the skill points. Or, like, all the skills. Even with the you know, the level cap being 80. At least as far as I remember, but at that point I think it's... You damn near almost do have all the skills. I feel like. And honestly, with Borderlands 2 in the end game, like, there's already limited builds anyways, so it's just like... You know, you're already kind of like forced using, you know, to use certain builds at that point. Like, if you know, if you plan on doing well. Another problem with Borderlands 2 and the scaling and everything is just, it's, yeah. So it almost is like insult to injury, you know, because you're like, it lessens the build variety even further, you know. Like, at that point you probably have a lot of or most of the skills, you know. It's like, where's the variety at, you know? Ooh, it seems to be pretty decent. Just at a quick glance. You don't get all the skills. 2.5 trees. I mean, that's, yeah, like, that's, I guess that is a majority of them at least, right? Which is annoying. I'll always stick with how Borderlands 1, I feel like, has, like, the perfect amount of levels, you know? Like, it has 1 level cap increase. That's it. Well, I guess it technically had 2, right? Like, one was like a free update or something. Yeah, I think it actually had 2, because one brought it to level 61 and then one brought it to level 69. But I feel like I've never really had to grind for levels in this game, like, at all, for the most part. Because I've, you know, I just never have to do that. Like, you know, at least when you do a lot of the content this game has, you know, you play a lot of you know, the side missions and stuff, you don't really have to worry about the grind. Which I know some people just want to get right to the end game, you know, and of course you kind of got to expect to grind in that way. Like, that's obvious, but I think it's good that, like, if you do, you know, if you actually do all the content, you know, you do all the quests and everything, that by the end of that you're going to be max level. I think that's good. Like, that's how it should be. That makes the most sense, you know. But whenever there's like unnecessary grinding involved and it becomes like really tedious, Borderlands 2 also just has the problem of having UVHM, which is just an unnecessary third playthrough that's just like kind of one you just want to get through as soon as possible. At least for me. There we go. So that doesn't help either, like when the content is as well is just not really that funny and you just want to skip to the end, like that's another problem. And I just feel like this game just has like the sweet spot, you know? Even after all this time playing the game, I don't, you know, like, I wouldn't mind going through again and getting another character to max level. I feel like it wouldn't be super annoying, you know? Have I ever tried a melee brick build? I think so. I should do that though, because I love, you know, I love punching shit with brick. It's one of my favorite. Oh, somebody got a Steve. One of my favorite activities. One of my favorite aspects of brick, actually, is his melee action skill. But I think I've only really, you know, invested in that, in the explosive kind of build that a lot of people go for with brick, which is also just a really fun build all around too. But I don't think I've fully invested in like a melee setup with him. Like skill-wise, anyway. That would be fun. Maybe I'll try that sometime. Yeah. If you have a friend you power level, yeah. I don't know, man. I just, when it comes to like grinding for levels in general in games, I'm just usually not a fucking fan, you know what I mean? Like, if it's something that you feel like you're grinding for and then it's not like, it doesn't come naturally, you know, like the progression doesn't feel natural. Does that make sense? I guess that's what I've been trying to say this whole time. Like, if you just play the game and then you know, you get to max level and you don't even kind of really notice that you're, you know, like it comes naturally with the experience of playing through the game and you don't have to grind for it at all, or it doesn't noticeably become a grind, then that's great. Like, that's how I feel this game handles it, at least for me, you know. But then again, I do a lot of, you know, I play a lot of what the game has to offer, you know. When I start a new character, which I know not everybody's going to do, so depending on how much content you actually play and like what you skip, it, you know, obviously determines how much you're going to have to grind. But Borderlands 1 just never had, you know, any like you know, it's not like Borderlands 2 where it has UVHM, and UVHM just overall is not that fun to go through, you know? Like, the first 2 playthroughs are pretty fun, and then you get to UVHM, and you're just like, I just want to get through this as soon as possible, but then you're going to have to grind a lot, you know? And you still probably even have to grind if you go through, you know, and do all the shit. I could actually be wrong though, like, but I feel like the leveling gets so slow at some point that it's just like, you're still probably gonna have to grind. Like I said though, I could actually be wrong, but like, who wants to do that? I mean, like, who wants to go through 3 playthroughs on one character and do everything on each playthrough? Who wants to do that? Like, 2 playthroughs is already kind of stretching it in my opinion, but like 3, especially when that 3rd playthrough is just horribly balanced, it has problems, you know, like EVHM just is a shit show, and you're most likely gonna fucking struggle, you know, because the scaling and everything, and just the tankiness of enemies, and everything is just much harder in UVHM, you know, and it just becomes such a slog. And that's what I mean by, like, it becomes like a noticeable grind, you know, at that point. And then you start to kind of like look into the, you know, you start to dread you know, the inevitable of having to grind, you know, to the max level, and you know, you start to notice you're not having as much fun anymore. You know, it doesn't really come as naturally, excuse me, as it did in the previous playthroughs. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making any sense with what I'm trying to say, but hopefully it makes somewhat sense. Oh, these drops, guys. I might go to the Armory. What do you think? Maybe I'll change the title of the stream. Christmas Crawmerax / Armory Farming Spectacular. I don't know what should I change it to? Something like that, I guess. What am I doing? Maybe one more run. I think the next run's gonna crash anyway, right? So I don't know. Let's just see. And then you have to also consider the fact that you got to go through the overpower Digistruct Peak and get the overpower levels, which is, oh my god. And then I didn't even mention this. How can I forget? How can I fail to mention that you also not only have to grind for levels, but then you have to grind for the gear once you're at max level, or even as you're going through and like grinding for levels, depending on how many levels you have to grind. And also probably while going through Digistruct Peak as well. You're gonna have to do that. You know, which at that point I just fucking, you know, I've gotten so sick of it that I just mod, you know, I used Gibbed save editor and I just scale up the gear that I already have, you know, at that point. Like, that's how unfun it becomes. Like, because it's already so bad, you know, the grind of leveling up, but then you have to consider grinding for all that gear that you worked so hard to get, you know, before they added the level cap increase too. And it's just so annoying. I guess it's not as bad if you actually you know, didn't already have a bunch of shit and then they do like another level cap increase out of nowhere, like they did with again with that Commander Lilith DLC. Fuck, I forgot to buy grenades, because that was, oh my god. I love that DLC, I really do, but that grinds. When I heard there was a level cap increase and they added like a couple more overpower levels to the game, I was dreading that, man. And I knew, I was like, I gotta grind this. And I know I could have easily like just... I didn't actually have to grind, I could have just used Gibbed. But I wanted to like at least do the levels, you know what I mean? I didn't want to completely bail out on doing it, you know? Especially once I started to do it at that point, like I wanted to just go through with it. And then, you know, after that, like I basically just... I used Gib to scale up all my weapons, because fuck that. I was not going to go through on... Not only just one character, but on all my characters. You know, I was not willing to go through and not only level them up, but to get all that gear again on every one of my characters. And that's like hundreds of items, you know, some of them being fucking rare as shit. And I was not going to grind for again, because that's you can see the problem. You can see the problem arise, and that's... I just don't understand why some people really love level cap increases. I could see like 1 or 2. 2 is really stretching it, actually, but at that point for me. But it's just not worth it, even for the extra skill points. It's not worth it to me. You know, yeah, it's kind of fun having more levels or whatever, but it's... You also got to consider like the grind and, you know, is it going to be fun to actually attain, you know, to actually get to that new level cap? Is it going to be fun? Sorry, I'm just kind of went on a whole rant there. I just, I don't know. It's something that just... I'm pretty passionate about, you know? Because I know the struggle. I know the struggle firsthand. What do you guys think? Do you not mind the grinds? Is it something that annoys you like it does me? Do you not care as much? Like, oh shit. Sorry that my ranting and you know, ravings is kind of detracted a little bit from the gameplay, but I don't know. I wanted to get that out of my system. Oh, fuck. I don't even know how I started talking about that stuff. Shit. Come on! No! Oh, so close. I at least gotta finish this one run, then we'll go to the Armory. This is the final Crawmerax run of the day, at least. I'm hoping to have better luck at the Armory. Just got to OP6, that's awesome, Geo guys. Also, just getting to the overpower, like, you know, getting through the overpower levels and Digistruct Peak is just already a chore too, you know, by itself. Like, Digistruct Peak is fun at first, but then you realize just how monotonous it gets. Because it's the same thing, basically, but harder. Way more bullet spongy, and then if you fail, you have to do everything all over again. Well, maybe not everything, but you have to, you know, start over that whole run, and sometimes those runs are really painful to have to restart, especially when the enemies are so tanky. You know, and then you gotta add on the factor of, like, is your gear good enough? Like, do you have to go back and refarm stuff? You know, at a certain point. Which I was also just like, when it comes to the gear, like, I scaled that shit up. At some point I just got so fed up, you know. I was not gonna refarm everything again. That is so not fun, man. It's really not that fun to have to refarm gear again after you've already done it once anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of exciting the first time, but like after you do that again, I guess it really just depends, but like... Oh, what is that? Is that a... Oh, it's a pearlescent! Some sort of class mod from, I believe the Arsenal. Hell yeah. Fucking Crawmerax dropped that shit, that's cool. Yeah, we make sure we don't kill Crawmerax over that loot pile. I wonder if, you know what, I wonder if this is maybe making the FPS drop. I was having that, that visual, you know, effect still going in the background with the snow earlier in the stream. Oh, shit. And I just realized that was still running in the background, so that might actually affect things. What did I just pick up, guys? You remember? Some sort of blue. SMG, I think. There. Peak run took you 50 minutes. Jesus. And that's just one run, right? 50 minutes. And that's just, what was that? OP6? And you still got OP7, OP8, OP9, and OP10. So 4 more. Ah! There we go. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what this class one was. Shit, I probably shouldn't do that now, but what is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, was it Blackbird? Shit, that's... I feel like I don't get that very often. I don't even know the last time I've seen one of those. Of course it's not for my character, I fucking knew it. Never fucking is. Ah, come on! Yeah, slag being a requirement. I love Borderlands 2, but man, it has some problems, man. It has some really obvious problems. I wonder how Borderlands 3's endgame is at this point. I never even really touched the endgame that much, but I remember the Mayhem levels were kind of problematic at first. I wonder if they're still kind of problematic. I wonder if it's more enjoyable now. I don't know. I still need to check that shit out. I actually plan on getting back to Borderlands 3, by the way, guys. I am going to probably wait till I get the second season pass, because I still want to get that just to try it out, you know? I might stream that shit too. Kind of like how I streamed some of the other DLCs for the game before. And then I also still plan on streaming Wonderlands as well at some point. Maybe soon. Maybe this starting this next year. I'm really actually hoping that this next year I'm actually going to be able to finally start that streaming schedule. That's kind of one of my New Year's resolutions is doing that. Yeah. Hey man, just want to let you know, you made my childhood watch the Legend reviews every day before school. That's awesome to hear, Zachary. It's awesome to hear, man. I'm glad you enjoyed. As I always like to say, I know my content is really different. You can honestly say I've kind of fallen off as far as like my YouTube content these days, you know. Especially since I don't really do any videos, or haven't done any videos for a while. But yeah, hopefully you still, you know, enjoy yourself even with the new stuff. I know it's different. Not everybody's gonna you know, be all that interested, but yeah, I appreciate, you know, also knowing that you've stuck around after all this time as well, you know, just knowing that you guys, like, it always makes my day when I see that, just you guys come in that been around for so long, like, crazy. And even you guys that just come in and actually, you know, are new, like, I really appreciate you guys as well. I appreciate all you guys, whether you're new or old, you know, in between. Appreciate all the support. All right, I don't see anything. Man. Some of these legendaries might actually be decent, but I don't know. All right, let's go to the armory. Do I have any tips for fighting Craw for the first time? Yes. Well, you know, I'd obviously make sure that you're max level. Make sure you got a good shield. You know, it really also just depends on what character you're gonna play as well. The only character I'm really not that familiar with fighting Crawmerax with anyway is Mordecai, but yeah, I think honestly, like just a general kind of setup that really any character can use that I would recommend. Because obviously, you know, there's like the character specific stuff. Like, you know, you could go in like what I'm doing here with the Skull Masher on Lilith, and like, I mean, obviously I've got some custom gear, so, you know, like this Orin Blitz, which, you know, really makes the Skull Masher even more effective. But if you're talking like just vanilla, it's still a good weapon to use. But if we're talking just like a general build or like a general kind of setup for Crawmerax, I would say like just like the Anarchy, man. Like that was always like my go-to. I know I used to say go, you know, get yourself a Unforgiven Masher. Like that was always my thing, but like, yeah, that was honestly just like that old Crawmerax farming video. I really want to remaster that shit. I really want to update it because I had some of that stuff in there that I said bad tips. Yeah, just get yourself an Anarchy, which honestly an Anarchy is super simple to get. Just farm the Armory. I would actually farm the Armory for a little while just to get yourself some good gear, you know, and then tackle Crawmerax. But as far as just like tips on fighting Crawmerax, just always keep on the move. You know, keep on the move. You know, hide behind the rocks is always a good thing, like as much as you can to avoid some of his attacks, which are really hard to normally avoid, like his big area of effect kind of slam move, and then the spit attacks. And also just try to stay kind of as far away from him as possible. You know, some of these are kind of obvious, but still. Yeah, like honestly, that's, you know, you bring transfusions. Like if you're playing vanilla, just bring transfusions. Throw as many of those as you can if you get low in health. If you're playing as Roland, use your sentry turret a lot to get health and ammo and everything, if you're going with that kind of build. Yeah. Like I said, it just also just depends on the character that you're using, but I feel like just yeah, keep on the move is like probably the #1 tip that I could give, and like hiding behind those rocks is like another thing. At least if you're not planning on using the glitch spot, which I wouldn't recommend, but that is an option. I used to recommend that, but I don't really anymore, just because I just... Yeah, I've moved on from that. That was, that's not a very fun strategy. It works, though, if you're just wanting to kill Crawmerax, you know, without a lot of effort, but if you're trying to do it the good old-fashioned way, then yeah. Anyway, I don't know. hopefully that helps you out. Again, probably not the greatest tips. I'll actually probably end up doing a video where I go really into detail about just how to farm Crawmerax, like a new updated kind of video discussing all the ins and outs and going into detail about different builds and setups and methods and stuff, you know. Also, obviously, making sure you have, you know, you have your kind of your main Crawmerax killing gun, and then you have 3 other guns that you know, deal elemental damage. You know, like a fire gun, a shotgun, and then a corrosive. You gotta make sure you have those 3 as well for the minions. You know. That's another thing. Oh shit! I forgot to grab some more grenades. Whoops! Oh, am I fucked? Oh. Hold on. We can maybe speed this up. Hold on. Maybe. Let's see if I can get the proc here. Maybe let it build up a little bit. Catchphrase, I'm out of your piece, will always be iconic. Best boy on the channel. Oh, you guys are too sweet. Oh! Whoa! Come on. Give me the insta-kill. You know you want to. Game, come on. If you guys don't know, this basically what I'm trying to do is just this gun that I'm using the kill switch has a very small chance of insta killing, and that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get that to happen. I'm impatient, but at this point, this might actually end up taking longer than if I tried to kill him normally. So we're just gonna keep trying for a second though. Let it build up again. Come on. No. Fuck's sakes. There it is. I thought I was actually just about to switch and fight him normally, but there we go. Nice. Took a little longer than I wanted it to, but that's alright. All right.
Hit the button now.
The kill switch is not in vanilla, unfortunately. It's a weapon from TCD's arsenal.
Let's see what we've got. My.
I wish TCD's arsenal was vanilla though, because I honestly TCD did such a good job at balancing a lot of his guns that they really fit right in with the vanilla shit. And even some of the ones that are, you know, pretty overpowered, they still, you know, fit right in. Cause come on, it's like there's even the vanilla game has really overpowered weapons like the Hellfire and shit. So it's like it's hard to build an arsenal of weapons in these games without, you know, there being like overpowered ones. And personally, I like it when there's, you know, I like myself some overpowered guns. But even the ones that feel overpowered don't feel too overpowered, you know what I mean? I mean, there is shit like the Fusilation, which just fucking obliterates Crawmerax, you know. But other than that, I feel like a lot of them are really well balanced. And like I said, just fit right into this game.
Look at all this stuff.
I should honestly just be opening Lance chests right now. Just because I kind of just really want like a pearlescent. I'm not really looking for anything else, right? Like just for this stream anyway. But oh well, we're just gonna, since we're already dedicating this run to, you know, to opening all the chests, we may as well just do that. So I'll continue to do that. Got any favorite bands? Well, I'm pretty big into the alternative rock scene. You know, I like shit like Breaking Benjamin. You know, you know, stuff like that. I mean, honestly, I haven't really listened to alternative for a while, actually. Been mostly listening to synthwave. But if we're talking like bands, you know, like you know, yeah, mostly just like into like alternative. But if you're talking like just artists, then that's like a whole much more broader thing, I guess. Yeah, Linkin Park, fucking, no, my memory right now is just, it's awful. Like, normally I'd be able to, you know, remember these things right away. Evanescence. Oh, yeah, there we go. Took me a minute. Evanescence. fucking what are they called? Jumpsuit apparatus or something like that. Red jumpsuit apparatus. I can't remember the names right now of some of these bands. I'm horrible with names. Pretty sure that's what they're called though.
Look at all this stuff.
Fucking American. What are they called, man? Why can't I remember the names of these groups? Hold on, let me look on my phone really quick. On Spotify. Where are they at? Come on, I have like a whole playlist here dedicated to alternative rock. I Prevail, 1,000 Foot Crutch, Papa Roach, Seether, the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, yes. Evanescence, Faking Benjamin. There's a bunch of other ones here. Linkin Park, Good Charlotte, the All American Rejects. Yeah, All American Rejects. The list goes on. I wish I was not so bad with names. God. Makes me like sound like I don't really know, you know, these bands all that well, but I do. Trust me, I do. It's just sometimes my mind is, my memory is god awful. Yeah. Hey JDX, how you doing, man? I forgot my dream. You forgot my dream pearl. The you referring to the tsunami? Well, my absolute dream pearl would be a Nemesis Invader, or as I said earlier, a Nemesis Reaper by accident. Now that would be the absolute dream, like, if that was a thing, but that's not a thing. Yeah, I mean that is kind of the point, though, too, JDX. You know, I mean they are, you know, they are edgy, you know, emo bands. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, I'm just into that shit. You know, I mean, fuck. Oh shit, I'm forgiven. I consider myself very, very much, you know, emo. Do, 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 do.
Let's see what we've got.
You remember being scared of Sledge's Warehouse? You mean Sludge a safe house or whatever?
More loot.
I know Crawmerax scared me for a while.
The loot be mine.
At least at first, you know, and then like obviously once I understood the fight, it wasn't as bad. But you know, at the time, like it was scary because Crawmerax was very, very difficult, and is difficult. I mean, still, but especially at the time, like if you know it's your first time. But Kid Me also just was, you know, was more prone to just being like not even just scared because it's challenging, but because of just like the design and everything. I feel like Crawmerax is kind of just a scary raid boss, you know.
If I'm lucky. Look at all this stuff.
Damn it. Of course, nothing spectacular. Man, I was really hoping for a Pearl to stream. At least something exciting. Oh well. I still had a blast though. I hope you guys did too. You know, it is kind of unfortunate I didn't find anything for this Christmas stream. Come on. But oh well, you know, I really can't just expect the game to just you know, throw me a bone and give me something, you know. This is Borderlands after all, you know, relies heavily on RNG, RNGesus. And look, it just seemed like luck was not in my favor today, but regardless, I had a lot of fun. It was fun to check out that, you know, that variation of Crawmerax's lair, you know, with the snow and shit. It was really fun. Definitely felt very Christmassy. Even though it pretty much was mostly just the same, you know, as like some of my other, or basically the same as my other Crawmerax farming streams, just with the added snow and stuff, and I guess the fact that you don't have to take the elevator ride. But other than that, like, it's kind of the same. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed nonetheless. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, hopefully next time we'll maybe snag ourselves something exciting. Maybe even the tsunami, who knows? I still have high hopes. You know, I'm still trying to keep my hopes up anyway for that. I'm not giving up, not by a long shot. So we'll see what the game will bring us next time. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all the kind words. I really do. It was really cool to see, you know, you guys that have stuck around and, you know, are still, you know, subscribed. And also, just, I don't want to, you know, undermine, you know, and underappreciate those of you who are new as well, or, you know, that haven't been around for as long, because I really appreciate you guys too. Just all of you who are subscribed, or even if you're not subscribed and you're watching, I appreciate, you know, you coming in and checking this out. So hopefully, hopefully though, I, you know, it was entertaining enough though for you to stick around and to subscribe. I really need to have some sort of notification for YouTube for subscribers, new subscribers. Anyway, but that would be kind of funny, JDX, if I kind of imitated my older self. Man, yeah. Some of those videos, you know, I'm so like tempted to delete. I really am. I like always think about like, man, I really want to delete some of those. But I keep them up because I know that's part of my legacy. Like that's part of like my, you know, how I built my channel. Like I don't want to remove that history. You know what I mean? As tempting as it is to just completely just get, you know, purge a bunch of that shit, you know, those old videos, it's just that's kind of how, you know, I can't really avoid that. That's how I grew my channel, you know. I have to accept that reality, that was me. It kind of sucks, like, you know, but like I gotta remember, like I was still kind of a kid at that time, you know. I that's just how I did things. I, you know, can't change that now. So I mean, I can change, obviously I have changed, maybe not for the best, but again, one can say my channel has kind of fallen off, but oh well. I'm still trying to gain some semblance of traction, I guess. I don't know. Maybe eventually, you know, I'll, I guess, get somewhere with my channel again. But yeah, you guys that do stick around and that have stuck around and that are watching, I like I said, I can't even express just how much I appreciate the support, you know, that people are actually willing to watch this new stuff, because I know there's a lot of you know, streamers who do things differently, and it's you know, it's hard for them to get the same amount of you know, traction. And that's kind of where I am with this too, you know, and I've been at that point with my channel for a long time. I feel like I've kind of hit a wall for a while, you know, but I still just, you know, I try to have fun with what I have, you know, and appreciate what I have. So, because that's all that matters, right? Just that I'm having fun. So, and I hope you guys are too. Anyway, I need to get going, guys. I'm fucking starving. I would actually keep going. I'd keep going for the stream, but I really need to go eat. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to catch y'all in the next one. Y'all take care, and Merry Christmas. I know it's not Christmas yet, but yeah, this is a Christmassy type stream, and yeah, Merry early Christmas to y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.